would be great if we just have a network of people who think the same way, do similar jobs. And actually, people like myself who've had a CPO role a few times, we can help some of the others who are wishing to land these roles in the next few years' time.
Hey, I'm Mark Long. I'm co-founder of Numi Executive Search. We exist to raise the bar when it comes to recruitment, and I'm your host today for CPO Track. From my side, getting to know you as I have over these years, you're definitely a future thinker. You care about growth in one's career. You advise, you mentor, you work with many businesses. What are the key reasons that somebody that's on your kind of trajectory would join the group?
For me, when I got my first head of role, one thing I had decided was I'm not going to just do one job. I will try many things. I want to be an advisory at different companies. I want board roles. I want to do a bit of coaching on the side, and mentorship was something I've been doing for a long, long time. And public speaking is something I do quite regularly as well. So I wanted to do multiple things.
The good thing about CPO Track is NAM has been in the role. The other people who are creating this have been in the role. And what is unique about the CPO role, right, is like you go back 10 years ago, CPOs were just starting to exist, right? The first CPOs were being appointed in 2010, 2011, 2012. So the role itself is new, right? And that's difficult because many times you are just explaining to your fellow C-suite members what it is that you do.
I spent a lot of time in States, in Asia Pacific and India. There were similar get-togethers, but they were largely informals. They were congregated largely on WhatsApp groups, but there was nothing so structured where you could dissent and you could disagree and comment on ideas as you could do at CPO Track.
How did you go from product management to CPO? What was that journey? What helped you in that?
Depop was a really key role for me because I joined and that was my first real head of product role where I wasn't doing a player coach role, I was doing a pure management role. And at the same time, I very quickly, within a month or two, got put onto the leadership team. So I started getting a lot of experience, both at the leadership level, managing a team, and over the course of the 2.5 years I was there, they also brought in some really excellent advisors that I learned a lot from.
Often you've got to have this, this front, I really know what I'm doing, and it's kind of hard to be vulnerable sometimes. So with CPO Track, you're able to ask questions, show your vulnerability, get advice, have this really supportive group of people around you, which has been awesome, and I've really enjoyed it. And that's probably my most favorite and most useful community that I'm part of right now.
So I was living in Berlin before. I've been traveling quite a lot. I think what we have here with CPO Track is to a certain extent a bit different and a bit at the forefront of what is happening, because it's an interesting mix of professional from very different background. There's also nice social interaction. So it's very rich, which I think what I've seen in Paris or in the French ecosystem, what I've seen in Berlin as well, is way more narrow.
What would you say your early learnings are as a founder, moving into being a company builder and founder from the executive C-suite? What are those learnings that you can share?
You will hear a lot of discouragement when you're a mature founder. And I was scared when I heard all that. Like, really? You're going to do this now? And I'm like, yes. And I have to say, I'm pleasantly surprised. There are huge benefits in being a mature founder, and this is what I've learned. Number one, the experience that you are coming with, fortunately, if you're really lucky, you've seen some failure, and that will give you resilience. So that is a resilience that every founder needs.
So in the startup scene, people talk a lot about product market fit. Everybody wants to reach product market fit, but at the very early stage, there's investors, they care about founders market fit. So basically investors want to see founders who have like a deep understanding of the market they are targeting, to a very strong ability to execute and deliver, And 3, ideally, a pain point that you actually experience as a founder. My experience as a CPO definitely helped me shape my founder's market fit story, and definitely enhanced my credibility with investors. But to be honest, it also helped me a lot with my credibility with early customers as well.
Apart from on the job, and we can talk about that in a moment, where do you get your learning fix?
I think a lot of what I do enjoy is and particularly in scale-ups, a lot of your learning does happen on the job because things change all the time. It's a constantly changing environment of the challenges you face, of the customers, of the market, etc. So a lot of the learning is by facing new challenges, but when facing those, I try and make sure kind of use a product sense, applying first principles, but also learning from other product leaders who've worked and solved these problems before. So over the last year, mainly, I've built out a kind of peer network within the product space, and those product leaders are often a great sounding board to bounce ideas off, to seek advice from, as well as to get challenges on my perspective when we can share them out.